On today's show.
Welcome to Kick the Keg, everybody.
Episode 7. How we doing, guys?
Good. Nick, where are we at today?
We're in Dangerous Minds in Pompano Beach. I'm super excited.
Man, I've been here one time, like last year. I love the drinks.
Yes.
And I love the pizza. They have some good food here.
We have something special for us today. We're drinking a Scottish ale today, which is we haven't had on the show, so it's gonna be super cool.
Nice. First time.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get through all these styles.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been to Scotland actually. I've been to Isle of Skye. It was beautiful, but I did not get to try this particular beer, so I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you gotta now you have to go back just so you can try it.
Yes. All right. And what's the name of this?
So it's called 95.4 shilling. In the olden times, when they would basically pay for the grain, and the amount of grain would determine the amount of alcohol that was in the beer.
Okay.
So it's a very like old school kind of thing, but now it's just a nod to sort of tradition. These beers have been dated back to almost 4,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's this is pretty cool.
All right. So okay. So I think we have our beers here.
Okay, where'd those come from?
All right.
It's gonna be brown.
Okay.
Where you're gonna be looking for like these malty, caramel, toffee notes, and that malt flavor really comes from the way they ferment it. So it's made like an ale, so it's top fermented, but it's cooled like a lager.
Okay.
So it takes a little bit longer, but it's gonna give you that caramel kind of flavor.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see what we got.
It's very short in the body. It doesn't hang too hard.
Right.
It's really nice. It's super drinkable.
And you would consider this a brown ale?
A Scottish ale. Scottish brown ale. Yes.
Gotcha.
And then you have Scottish Strongs, and there's a bunch of types that sort of go off based off this style. But yes, this is a Scottish ale.
I'm loving it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do a cheers.
Real good. Cheers.
Salute. All right, way to go, Dangerous Minds. Oh, okay, and we have something else here. What do we have here?
This is a Scottish egg. A Scottish egg is a soft-boiled egg wrapped with house-seasoned sausage with panko breadcrumbs, and then it's deep fried. So there's layers on top of layers on top of layers.
It almost looks like artwork, man.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and try this.
All right, cool. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I could definitely have this for breakfast.
Yeah.
Or brunch. Man, all this stuff I missed when I was in Scotland. I didn't get to try this either. I'm so glad.
So did you actually go to Scotland then?
The question
right? Cheers, my guy, to Scottish ales.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna have one of the co-owners here of Dangerous Minds in a minute. They're gonna hang out with us. All right, so we have a special guest here today.
Yes, this is Andre, co-owner of Dangerous Minds, also one of the brewers here. What are we having? What's our second beer?
Well, we're drinking what's called a Cooker Timber.
Okay.
It's a Belgian Quad that we then treat additionally with real cherries, cardamom, and oak chips.
Now tell me about that process with oak chips.
Okay, yeah, we are like a tiny retail brewery here in the Pompano city center, so we don't really have much space. I mean, I think our whole brew space is about 300 square feet. Right now, we're basically just, when we're making our regular Finicista Scope, which is our Belgian Quad, we're basically taking a barrel aside in a separate tank, and then just put the oak chips into that tank, and adding the cherries and the cardamom.
I hear the word quad, and I'm just thinking this really powerful beer.
It's about 10%. I mean, some quads are even higher, but we're trying to keep all of our beers like 10 and under, just so you can enjoy more of them.
Let's try it. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys. Salute.
Oh, that's really good.
It's really good.
So you get a lot of the cherries. And cardamom, for the people who don't know, is sort of the cousin of like ginger. So it's a seed that sort of has that same flavor profile. And obviously as a quad, the body is huge on this beer. I love it.
It's a very complex beer. I mean,
Yes.
it's one of the most complex beers I've had myself,
Okay.
So it's, and we like to play with spices. I mean, we have lots of like different beers that have spices and herbs in it. I mean, we have the Juniper and Sage IPA, it's called Von Bingen, so we're trying to we have been cooking in the kitchen with spices, so why shouldn't we be cooking in the brewery with spices,
Why not?
Dangerous Minds was really out of frustration of not coming up with a good name, because we probably spent like a better part of a year coming up with a name, and at one point Adam was like, why don't we call ourselves Dangerous Minds, and it just came out of nowhere really.
Okay.
And
It has a nice ring to it. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
it.
very, very much so. And then you have the owl, which represents wiseness, you know, and so it's all sort of tied together.
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah, there we go.
So Andre, could you tell us a little bit more about your place here, your establishment?
Yeah, we basically decided to open up more like a brew pub in a brew pub environment. We actually also have a whole vegan menu now for our vegan friends. I mean, we actually just came up with a special menu.
All inclusive. You know what I
Menu
mean?
for them.
You know what I mean?
You notice I can't even let go of this. My hand has not moved from here. I really like it.
No, this beer is phenomenal. You do get a big difference in taste when you use real cherries as opposed to like a syrup or something of that nature.
Yeah, we don't do any syrups or anything. We're using all natural, authentic ingredients. You know, we don't cut any corners.
I came with a group of friends one time, and we all bought a different type of pizza and just shared. And it was like, where'd this come from? Like, these very unique pizzas. They were like fantastic.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for hanging out with us,
Thanks
man,
for
and having us.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming by. You know, really enjoyed the show so far. I mean, previous episodes were just amazing.
Oh, we
Great job, guys.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Guys, you have to come to Dangerous Minds in Pompano. This place
Please.
is the bomb, for real.
And guys, once again, thanks for watching the show. We really, really appreciate you. We can't do without you.
Please share, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and you know, let's just keep this going because we're having fun.
And as Manny always says, drink responsibly.
That's right.
Okay?
And share the love, my
Share the
friends.
love,
all right?
share the love. Guys,
Let's do one more
cheers.
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 Thanks so much.
Love.
Kick the keg.